Okay, so Mark, I wanted to know if you give any credit to your sister for y'all's fame since you guys introduced you guys.
Yeah, my sister was the one that introduced me to Tom. That's very true. And we have
Anne,
her.
right?
Anne, yes. We have her to credit and her to blame. As well.
Nice. And then I was gonna ask if anyone still keeps in touch with Rainer.
No, I heard from him not too long ago, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no, he's around. We don't speak to him regularly,
Right.
but it was really nice to hear from him. That was awesome.
Cool. And then with music being so influential, this is complicated, influential, and there's some lyrics that have depression mentioned and suicide.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to know if you have any words of wisdom for teens or adults that suffer with this.
I think that everyone goes through it. I think that it's a part of life. For me, I always get pulled through difficult times from music a lot. I listen to a lot of music, and that, I don't know. I think that music. Oh my God! Look at that bug!
Oh, don't tell her.
Run!
Run, Forrest, run!
Put it in my bag. Yeah. Yeah, I always get through it from through music and friends, and I think that it's difficult. It's a hard thing to be down.
I agree. Life's hard.
Yeah.
I think just as it is. And then, is family life hard while living on the road? And what's it like being in a relationship with two other guys?
Yeah, it's hard when you're away from your family. Both of us are gone from our family right now, and Mark especially, because at the beginning of the tour they did a big move, so he hasn't seen them. But yeah, it's the pluses and minuses of being in a band. You know, a lot of times at our level, our family can come with us, where we can actually pull that off. But in smaller bands and when we were younger, it wasn't possible really.
Right.
But also, you know, we didn't have kids right when we first started. But as far as being in a relationship with the other guys, we don't really kiss and hold hands anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
and that's made it a lot easier.
We paired it back, just friends.
Good.
We found it works that way.
Right,
Looks a lot better that way for the three of us.
Things easier on everybody.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to know who's the big Alice in Wonder fan? I know the first album was Cheshire Cat.
That was me.
That's you?
Yes, I love Alice in Wonderland.
I'm a big Alice in Wonderland fan.
Yeah.
I tried to draw one of them, scene.
Oh,
Well,
really?
That's probably, yeah, it'd probably be difficult. I mean, that's a big art piece, but you know, the Blink Bunny came from Alice in Wonderland. It was what's the
White Rabbit.
The White Rabbit. And so the very first bunny for Blink was drawn in an old Alice in Wonderland book, and I believe by Scott.
Yeah, Scott drew this circle, and on top of the circle hanging out was a white rabbit, and his pocket watch was hanging down in front of the circle. It said Blink on there. And so that's kind of where the Blink Bunny came from.
Really?
Yeah, it's not supposed to be the white rabbit, obviously, but we've kind of morphed it into our own thing.
That's awesome. So that was a great question.
He's the mulatto rabbit.
Gotcha.
We're about unity.
Great. So during the split, some new ventures were born. I guess it's Plus 44, is that right?
Mhm.
And Angels and Airwaves. And Travis released a solo album. Do you believe that everything happens for a reason?
I don't know if everything happens for a reason. I think that what happened is the best, probably the most painful way to go through the past 6 years, but probably the best way to go through the past 6 years for us as artists, to be able to step away from one another, reevaluate what our place was in our band with one another, what our skill sets were outside of Blink, appreciate what each other brings to the band. Yeah, I think we've learned a lot.
Cool. My turn. It's your turn.
Uh-oh.
Ugh.
Why are you guys so
Yeah.
old? Why are you guys so old?
Yesterday we did a meet and greet, and this lady came up and she said, "My mom thinks you guys are old and untalented, but I don't know if I agree with her."
Oh no.
Yet.
Yeah, and then she looked at Tom and goes, "And by the way, I don't like your other band."
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was a good time.
Okay, so are you willing to show us your favorite tattoo and why is it your favorite?
Well,
I only have two. I have my wife on this wrist, and I have my son's name on this wrist. And a lot of people think it's like a tribute to them, but it's mostly so I can remember their names. When I've been gone for 2 months, so when I go home, I'm like, "Hey, what's up there, Jack?
Ching.
What's up, guy, buddy?"
Nice.
And this is my nice wife, Sky.
There you go.
Ski. Yeah. So these are my favorites.
For me, I have a mummy holding a snake on Mars. And I don't know if that competes with the punk rock Indian.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
one's
that's
a punk
pretty
rock.
awesome.
This one's a
Wow.
Southern California punk rock, and it's a major part of my childhood and growing up in music and finding identity and finding, you're being independent, finding a tribe where you blend in by not blending in, and but so I got it, and then everyone just thought it was just an Indian, so everyone calls it the punk rock Indian, so it's kind of
I think rocks.
Yeah.
I got one just a couple weeks ago.
yeah.
It says me.
Oh, awesome.
It's for my two daughters, Madeline and Emma. They came
All right.
for me.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
my friend Marsha is awesome. She did that.
What do you think is the appropriate age to begin piercings and tattoos?
It's hard. I think tattoos, I'll say it straight up for having a lot of tattoos. When you're younger, you're so invincible and you think you know everything, and then you get punk rock Indians tattooed on you. They don't wash off. Fortunately, a piercing will close up. It's not too big. But I'm all about kids expressing themselves, and I'm all about fashion because that's how you can say who you are without having to speak words. I just think that, but people, I think kids don't realize that things like tattoos, especially, is art, and you should choose the artist well, and you should choose the art well, and you should really think about that, because you'll be so much more happier with it. And I think the younger you are, it's sometimes decisions, you don't make the best decisions, and I can say that from a guy that got kicked out of high school and came from a weird background myself. I've made a lot of weird decisions in my life, so I'm speaking from experience. But I don't know if there is really an age. I just think, you just got to take into account all those things, plus more.
We just have one begging for snake bites, and I'm like, let's just hold off a little bit.
What's snake bites?
They're the ones that go here.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you're a woman.
13.
13, yeah.
But we did let her get these.
That's
Like,
awesome.
She's
Well,
got
those are way bigger than that's rad.
she's got some of those, so I'm like, let's just start slowly and just take it one
It's
day
up
at
to
a
mom,
time.
It's up to mom. She.
But we
knows
want to
she
let her
does.
express herself too, so we're just like, let's go
Yeah.
gradual.
Well, that's cool. At least she's open to it. That's cool.
And I have one more question. And so at the end of the day, it says, so at the end of the day, has this rock and roll thing have been all worth it?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, totally.
absolutely, without a doubt.
I was just giving my friend shit for sitting in a cubicle on the way over to Jimmy.
Oh, really?
Our friend, he's like stuck there in an office, and I was like, yeah, it's hard. It's like any other job. A lot more work in rock and roll than you would ever suspect.
Yeah.
You think it's all party and game, but all the successful bands work really, really hard. And like today, you'll see us sitting on these couches quite a lot. No, you do. It's like you grind. You're gone a lot. You're traveling to a different city every day, and you're driving around town meeting people, and you're doing press and photo shoots. And in the studio is like it could be 12-hour days for up to a year or more at a time, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. The answer is yes. But
It's absolutely worth it. It's just a lot. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Different kind of work. It's not intense concentration like a surgeon where you have to
Right.
intensely concentrate on something for 6 to 8 hours. But it is a grind.
So I told her when we came in and she was nervous, and I said, they're humans, just like me and you.
Well, let's not go that far.
Yeah,
we are better than
I
most
said they
We're
just
better
have-
than most people,
Right.
just by the nature of our no, but like
album sold. By the nature of our album sold.
by the nature of the number of platinum records that we've sold. No, but before you guys came in, I was on the phone with my wife, and she was having trouble with our son today, and I'm trying to help talk her through it, and I can't be there,
Yeah,
It's
it's
difficult,
rough.
things like that. Sometimes, like, I don't know, we'll go to a hotel, and like the coffee won't taste just right, or maybe like, you know what I'm talking about? Like sometimes they don't bring enough ice
Or the thread
to my room. The thread count sometimes it's like less than 150 thread count.
Yeah, that's
sheets.
unacceptable.
And
right
that's
there.
like, people don't know the stuff we go through on a daily basis. I'm making a joke like everything we do is awesome.
I know.
She's just not funny.
It's like,
She's no, I get it.
I get it, I'm just not
You guys
laughing.
just
All
not
right.
funny, okay.
Yeah, I was
Makes
trying to
sense.
lie.
Get the snake bites.
Yeah, get him. Yeah, we're very glad to have met you guys. And
Thanks, likewise.
How many rock shows have you been to?
This is her first.
Oh, this is gonna change your life. Or no? What?
You answer.
No.
What?
I answered for her, and I should have.
Here's your first. This is gonna change
Well,
your
Tom's
life.
gonna say a lot of bad things on stage that probably might.
And I'm not even so concerned because you seem like a super cool mom and you're letting her I'm more concerned about the 9 people from my mom's church that are coming.
Nice.
It's so gnarly. I literally have been stressing about this for the past fucking 36 hours. I'm like,
Yeah, you should.
This is Blink is the band at your age to have your first show be. I'm telling you.
Well, I won the tickets on the radio, and so then they called me at work and said, "Hey, you guys won grand prize. You get to meet the band. You get to ask them some questions." And her birthday was coming up, and I was like, her birthday's September 3rd, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take her to her first show.
Nice.
Awesome.
So that was her big present.
Well, we say a lot of bad words and bad things on stage, but it's all said in fun, and I apologize in advance.
We're real people, we hear you.
All right, cool.
I don't know if I heard some of the things that we say.
Well, thank you guys very much.
Nice to meet you.